We don't stop breastfeed. People they use breastfeed, but serious.
It's something wrong with this. Everybody keeps saying no good, but for us, we just give. My cousin, she give picking breast when the picking don't reach, when I'm not reach like 7 months, that she stopped.
Oh.
True life story, not person they tell me, my cousin. And they see the 2 children, oh my god.
Wow.
Their brain on fire.
Me, it is not because I didn't stop because of pregnancy. I stopped because I wanted to stop.
Okay, yes.
I stopped because
But some people don't like it. They find it irritating. Some people find it irritating, seriously.
Well, there's nothing irritating.
I don't even know.
I kind of feel that some people feel that the baby would get sick.
Yes.
Like the baby that they have already would get sick.
But well, that was our mothers in those days. That's what they always say. The baby at times will get sick. But I don't know. But now people are really doing it. People are breastfeeding with baby in their hands.
People, my people. Hey, my name is Marindo. Thank you very much for turning into my channel. If it's your first time turning into this channel, thank you very much, and do not forget to hit the subscription button. Subscription is free. If it's your own subscriber, thank you very much. You know, I wasn't happy for a very long time. Like for 5 years, I did not smile, I did not look mirror. So allow me to be happy now. Allow me to be happy. Let me bubble this Editorial and Emmy. That's their channel, Editorial and Emmy. She also have a beauty that's Editorial Beauty 556, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to put her link underneath this video. You can check her. Editorial and Emmy, that's the husband and the wife. Editorial, if you watch in the intro, you're going to see Editorial was telling the friend, they were talking about breastfeeding. The friend tried to explain that why Editorial don't breastfeed Beverly, that's the daughter. And Editorial was saying that Beverly, she how can she breastfeed? It was just a fun time. How could she breastfeed with the other pregnancy? So the girl was trying to narrate that some people believe that if the both of them share their own differences, if you're pregnant, you cannot breastfeed because it's going to affect the child. And then some people, there's many misunderstanding about breastfeeding, especially in Africa. My only two thing I want to say is that I'm a victim of that. I was pregnant with my second baby while the other one was 3 months, and I became pregnant. But you know, I did not know. I only knew when I was 5 months gone. 4 months to 5 months gone, which means my baby has been there. From the calculation and everything, it shows that I was 3 months. That's when I became pregnant. I breastfeeded my baby, and I breastfeeded my baby till when my baby was 9 months. That's when he stopped breastfeeding. So from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, for 6 months my baby was still breastfeeding. And if my baby did not and I was heavily pregnant, if my baby did not stop, he stopped by himself. I had a plan to breastfeed him. See, I had the other baby and I breastfeed both of them together. So their age difference is 10 months apart between both of them. So Irish twins, when I became pregnant, that's when they were. If you know about Irish twin are siblings that they have differences of 12 months and below. So my children, their difference is 10 months. It ought to be 11 months apart. But the second baby, I had an accident when I was 8 months pregnant. I'm going to come a little bit and talk about that again. I fell in the house and I break my femur bone. Nobody should break their bone. And when I break my leg, I was 8 months pregnant with my second baby. And then when they took me to the hospital, it was an emergency. So a heavily pregnant woman with 8 months pregnancy, then with a broken femur bone. So they had to do me the surgery of my leg, and they want to take out the baby because they were scared that something might happen to my baby. So when they decided, it was a confusion between the doctor for the bone and the doctor for the baby. So they were arguing. Ooh. So it was a long conversation, and they came to this point that lady, my OBGY, which is the doctor for the baby, decided it was an old. I had many old OBGY, but the person that they consulted was one of them. Very older guy. He was like in his 80s. He was just old, just coming to work. Just I guess he didn't want to sit home. He doesn't go to the theater, but he could give you advice. He said that they should accept me to. They should allow me to carry that baby if I still have the strength and if the baby is okay. Okay, the first fear was that something might have happened to my baby, so they did everything. My baby was fine. So they went they did me the surgery on my leg, my people. So I had 2 major surgery in 1 week. They did me the surgery and everybody was talking about it in the hospital. It was so mighty. Some people come to my room just to come and see me. I'm pulling. We have heard of your story. We have heard of your story. And then they did me the surgery for my leg. Then after 5 days, I started having preeclampsia. Is it preeclampsia? No, my blood pressure start increasing, which is deadly for both of us, me and the baby. So they take out the baby. So when they take out the baby, that was it. And 2 major surgery in 5 days. So for a long time, I was unable to sit. Pain. My people, sickness. Pray for good health. As always said it. Pain. But thank God that I recover and everything. Slowly, I'm recovering. Then after, is it 10 months again, I break my femur bone. That same bone, I hit it and I break it. So I start back from square one. It has not been easy, but I give God the glory, and God has been faithful. He's been showing himself. And then thank God for my husband being supportive also, which is very important. And then I want to thank God that above everything, by that time I could do nothing. The other baby was 10 months. Just imagine. I came back from the hospital, the baby is 10 months. The other baby is still little. My husband is going to work. What can I do? I'm with my mother, my aged mother, and she's sickly herself. My mother handled the older baby, but she could not really do much. So the other baby, I would just all I could do is just lie down. Then they put him by me. When I just get up and I breastfeed him. God so kind, my baby was not drinking milk, which means I had to get up now to go and do this milk. God is faithful. He was not drinking any bottle. He refused bottle. All he wants was the breast milk. So I did exclusive breast milk tea. He's more than 1 year now. He's still sucking breast. He doesn't even want the milk. So God was so kind, and He makes it much easier because all I had to give him was breast milk. I struggled to change him because he was sitting by me. When the dad come back from work, the dad might strong and give him a bath, and that's how life going, and we keep going. So I want to thank God that I did breastfeed my babies, and nothing happened like that. So if you're watching me and you're pregnant, you're contemplating that, can I breastfeed? Don't stop the other one. Don't deprive the child. If the other baby can suck, children can suck up to 2 years, yeah. Because people have that notion that breastfeeding after 6 months is a waste. That's a lie. The nutrient only reduce, but you still have good nutrient, which is helpful. It still fight the antibacteria. It helps to fight against diseases. I'm telling you, because my baby, when he stopped, children are different. When my baby stopped breastfeeding at 9 months, after 2 months, he got so sick. My baby was sick like for how many months until they need to do him surgery to take out the tonsil. Is it the adeno, which is by the tonsil? It's a cousin of the tonsil. So, which was my other baby. So far, so good. We thank God for everything. But that part that they say that you spoil the baby is going to look unhealthy. He's more bigger and than children that are not even, I don't even know. So that's a lie. You can ask your doctor, they are going to tell you. But in Africa, even when you're little, we have that conception that if you're pregnant or you're breastfeeding, you cannot sleep with your husband. That's why it provokes men in Africa to cheat more. That's why you see most of our fathers have 2 wives, 3 wives. Because when the woman become pregnant, they don't touch the woman. They refuse to touch their wife. That's a make-believe. you have the baby. Just imagine a man will stay for 2 years, you're pregnant, that's 1 year, or no, that 3 years without touching your wife. Now Jesus be come on now. Even if he's a born again pastor, he's a man, so he need to do something. That's why even if they don't get married, they'll have a concubine that they're sleeping with constantly. So all those, our parents need to be educated, women need to be educated. If you're pregnant, you can still make love to your husband. If you just give birth to your baby, if you have the strength, if you have natural birth and you're healed, what's more than if you have C-section, you're healed, you feel like you can still have sex and satisfy your husband. You cannot restrain him, because so they make believe we have, it make many people lose their partners or their husbands cheat on them. So, and then they make believe also it deprives some children from breastfeeding. So you can breastfeed. That was just my own little reaction about that video, to tell women that they can breastfeed 2 children at the same time, and they can breastfeed while they are pregnant. Nothing is going to happen to the baby. The baby is going to be fine. You just feed yourself well, eat healthy, and breastfeed your baby. If you have 202 women with 202, or women that have Irish twin also, that 12 months and beneath, you can do that. People, thank you very much. I just wanted to react on that editorial because her friend was giving her own idea and she too was giving her own idea. So I just say, let me chip and say something about it. Thank you very much if you are watching the video.
Today's shout out go to Elsia Kitchen. You can subscribe to her, and if you want me to give you a shout out, be the first to comment on my video. Thank you very much.